studying with Vanessa. My student ID number is 21141900029. I'm from accounting major. Today I will present about financial statement part 2. A guided tour of the financial statement. This chapter will introduce you to the financial statement. The idea at this stage is to give you an overview and to keep it simple. By the end of this chapter, you will know what you are looking at when converted with the balance sheet, an income statement, or a cash flow statement. Our approach will be consider the fictional case of Albert, who has set up a small business which comprises a single employee making furniture. You will be presented with the financial statement for Albert's business, and we will go through the information that this provides. In her case, we will adopt a much deeper and more questioning approach. For example, employing the reason why the financial statements are designed as they are, and the why is which act of the financial statement links with one another. In Albert's case, however, we will keep it simple. This will be a helpful foundation. B. Cash flow statement. When Albert started his business, he invested 2,000 of his own money, and he borrowed 50,000 from the bank. In this first day of business, he used most of this money, 30,000, to buy the equipment that is needed to make furniture. Opening a ring worksheet, you can see table 1.1 Albert cash flow statement for the past financial year. The cash flow statement is purpose the symbols of the financial statement to understand because it is just a summary of amount paid and received in cash during a period of time. The other like a bank statement. The basic structure of the cash flow statement is the separate categorization of operating, investing, and financing activities. In Albert's case, the business was started this year, and so the opening cash balance is zero. The overall change in the cash balance during the year is 15,000 made out of 10,000 generated by operating activity, 13,000 invested in equipment, and 35,000 raised in finance to start the business. Operating cash flow results from trading activities, for example, cash received from customers or cash paid to suppliers or employees. A positive overall operating cash flow such as that achieved by Albert is a good sign, because it means that the cash received from customer exceeds the cash paid out to operate business. Investing cash flow arises when long-term assets are bought or sold. The purchase of land, building, or equipment is an investing cash flow. This is the case from Albert. He has spent cash to acquire new equipment. A positive investing cash flow, in contrast, when would mean disinvestment of assets and a corresponding shrinkage in the business. Unlike operating cash flow, where a positive number can be seen as good news, the interpretation of investing cash flow is ambiguous. Financing cash flow arises when the organization transacting with its provides of long-term finance. For example, when cash is received from the use of new shares, or when cash is paid out to redeem a book loan. And as with investing cash flows, the size of the flow cannot be interpreted unambiguously. But the cash flow statement cannot provide this information. It records whether there has been borrowing or lending, but it cannot indicate whether these financing decisions are good use. C. Income statement. An income statement has a very simple purpose, namely to record whether an organization has made a profit or a loss. Hence, the statement often called a profit and loss account. Similar to the cash flow statement, an income statement is a summary for a period of time, such as a year. Albert's income statement, the first year of his business, was shown in the table 1.2. Our first conclusion from reading Albert's income statement comes from looking at the bottom line. Albert has made a profit of 7,000 during the current financial year. The concept of making a profit is very straightforward. It means that the income generated by an organization exceeds the expense incurred by the organization. Equally, of course, if expenses are greater than income, the organization makes a loss. In general, income less expense equals profit or loss. Profit is earned over a period of time. In Albert's case, the profit of 7,000 is earned over the course of a year. For internal purpose, a company might report its profit on a monthly basis. The period of time to which the income statement relates is called the reporting period, and profit is always set with respect to the reporting period during which it was earned. Revenue, sometimes called turnover or simply sales, is the value of service provided and or goods sold during a period of time. This is the volume of output that is achieved multiplied by the price that is charged. It is the amount of money that has been earned during the period by transaction with customer. Cost of goods sold, sometimes called cost of sales, comprise expenses that are directly attributable to units of output. In Albert's case, and to keep the example simple, we have assumed that the cost of goods sold comprises the material that go into making his furniture. For each item that he sells, there is a corresponding sold of materials. The balance sheet. The basic structure of the balance sheet is that it compares asset, liability, and equity. Assets are items of value that belong to the business. Liabilities are obligations of the business to make payment to third parties. The excess of the asset in the business over its liability is called equity. You can see table 1.3 Albert balance sheet on his first day of business. And you can see table 1.4 Albert balance sheet at the end of the financial year. Finance comment on liquidity and on the balance sheet is general, is that there exist different conventions for the presentation of balance sheet information. While assets become more liquid as you read down the balance sheet table 1.4, the opposite can also hold, and you will find that some companies report their balance sheet item in the result order. Similarly, while table 1.4 report in a vertical format, while with assets above liabilities, which are in turn above equity. A horizontal format is also common, for example, with asset on one side and with liability and equity on the other. A record example, retail company. It will be helpful at this stage for you to have a good at reading a set of financial statements. Take a look at the income statement, cash flow statement, and balance sheet present in the table 1.5. See what you think before reading any further. You should reach your own conclusion about what you can be learned about this company from the financial statement. You can see income statement, cash flow statement, and balance sheet. From the table we got, business has grown, margins are quite tight, however, with a profit after tax of only 1.8% of revenue in the first year, rising to 2.5% in the third year. There is a 50% gross margin, meaning that the cost of goods sold are high, and each sale that is made a small change in the gross margin would have a large impact on the bottom line. Operating expenses are increasing somewhat over time, in particular salary. This reduces the beneficial impact of growth on bottom line profit. The business is consistently generating positive operating cash flow. The growth of the business is funded by the reinvestment of operating cash flow, and there has been no need to seek additional bank loans or to arrange future funds from shareholders. Indeed, it has actually been possible to pay a dividend to shareholders. That this is financing cash flow, while also increasing the amount of cash held by the company. Thank you.